the left on our screen, we're currently about 3 minutes away. You off from John Toon, a large plume of smoke. Munitions plant near the Hickman-Humphreys County line.
We are following breaking news. Rescue teams are responding to an explosion. Look at this. This occurred at a company that actually specializes in making military explosives. The facility is about an hour west of Nashville. CNN's Ryan Young joins us. What are you learning, Ryan?
Yeah, we're monitoring this right now. In fact, I've just got off the phone with an EMS person in that area. They are telling me right now they're not even able to fully respond to the area because of all the secondary explosions right now. They have more than 10 fire trucks on scene, more than 4 ambulances. We've also been told that no one has been transported from the site right now. But Pamela, when you look at this devastation from this explosion, the cars ripped to pieces, things still on fire, you understand how impactful this explosion was, the serious nature in it. Right now, more emergency crews are responding to the area. This place is Accurate Interjected Systems. We're told about an hour outside of Nashville. But you understand, after talking to the EMS workers, they are concerned about these secondary explosions that are in the area that just block the area that's right before 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock local. So right now we continue to follow this as this ongoing situation evolves.
You're talking about probably a square, I want to say a half-mile square, that there's debris. We have located some debris off-site, and thank you for bringing that up. We also encourage anyone that's close to the area, if they have some kind of something that's not normal or there's something that they locate on their property, please give us a call. You can notify Sheriff's Craft's office as well as mine, and that's something that we need to get recovered, and because it could have some information that we need for the investigation as well. So thank you for that very much.
There's a vast amount of work being done right now. The ATF will work for months if it takes. As one of the questions I asked them is, how long will this take? And what the response was, as long as it takes. That's how long it will take. We will work until there is no work left to be done to try and find the answers that need to be found. Right now, there's still a live scene. They're still investigating explosives that may be on the site that need to be detonated, that need to be recovered. So that is happening. At the same time, there's an investigation into trying to identify victims themselves, and then there will be an investigation into the cause of what actually happened. I was reached out to on the day of the incident from the federal government, cabinet position levels, multiple governors across the country that reached out to me. So the nation has seen this tragedy, and they've been incredibly responsive. And what's all the way down to the local community, the response has been tremendous. I actually toured this facility 5 years ago, and with the employees. They had a jobs announcement, they had an expansion, and so we were here 5 years ago, and to fly over it today and see that, very heartbreaking.
We're in an investigative type situation, and can I say we're going to rule out foul play? We can't answer that. That might be days or weeks or months before we can do that. And it's like I've said every time before, we have one shot at this, and we're going to take our time to make sure that we do the very best for our people and those victims involved. At some point in time, we've got to rip off the Band-Aid. Can I tell you, and I alluded to it yesterday, it's not like working a accident. It's not like working a tornado. We're dealing with explosions. And I would say at this time we're dealing with remains.
We found out this morning some changes in the safety protocol and what we're having to deal with, and it's like we were already going slow, and now we're slowing things down even more, just for safety for everybody.
We've already taken plans to prepare to take care of our loved ones and our families even more. What I mean by that, both of our school systems, our school directors have already started preparing for counseling.
As bomb technicians continue to comb through a leveled plant filled with hazardous material, Governor Bill Lee visited a church Sunday to console loved ones of the 16 employees who will never come home.
Tears and stunned silence, quite frankly, from most of them in a situation of real grief.
Lee said counselors and other types of support are on hand. He also took a helicopter tour of what's left of the factory that produced military-grade explosives.
The fact that where there was a full functioning facility, there's virtually nothing. That this magnitude of the blast was felt 20 and 30 miles away.
The explosion Friday morning at the Accurate Energetic Systems facility registered a 1.6 on the Richter scale. Agents from ATF, TBI, and local sheriff's offices stressed how bomb and chemical experts must clear the site foot by foot, pinpointing and dismantling any live explosives.
They were going in a very slow and methodical way, one step at a time, to identify if there was explosive material that had been kicked out from the initial blast.
Smaller controlled blasts are also ongoing. The governor says it could take months before officials determine exactly what caused the explosion.
I think it's early, right? We don't know what happened. That's exactly what's happening here on the ground today, is to get an understanding really of what's happened.
And just as importantly, to identify the remains of the victims. TBI says it's testing DNA on site.
We're using the newest technology, rapid DNA, here on site. And so as remains are brought to us, we will be testing those to do matches so that we're able to identify individuals and provide those answers to the families.
He didn't promise us that we wouldn't have to go through trials. He just promised he'd be here with us. They've been all around the communities. Everybody knew them, and it's just a sad, sad day.
Jeremy Moore's mother, Ava Hinson, tells me he's worked at Accurate Energetic System for years. It's an ammunition plant.
The last I've heard from him, he dropped his daughter off with me this morning, headed to work.
I talked to her on the phone as she grapples with the news of his disappearance.
He's my only son, and he would tell you that he's my baby boy. He lives right next door to me, big old country boy.
This after officials say a destructive explosion happened at the plant Friday morning. Michael Hooper was driving by the plant and saw the explosion.
Well, we thought something hit our truck. Then all of a sudden we seen the big cloud of smoke, and then we realized that there had been an explosion.
He tells me his friend was there at the time.
I heard that he might be dead or he was killed.
Officials did not confirm how many people were killed, only that 19 people are missing. In the meantime, friends and family are praying for the best.
It's unbelievable. It's the not knowing. You know, I don't want to hear bad news, but I'd almost feel better if I knew.
The only way that some of us are still holding on is through our relationships with each other.
John Niner tells me he was close to one of the men who lost his life in Friday's explosion. John says the victim had counseled him at a nearby church in Waverly.
Or every month that we had our men's ministry cook breakfast for everybody, he'd come up on the center and spend time with the guys.
Many coworkers of the 16 victims were in the crowd tonight, but employees at Accurate Energetic Systems told me it was too soon to speak on camera, saying they're still in shock. Humphreys County Sheriff Chris Davis says Humphreys and Hickman counties are working on ways to support the families now facing incredible trauma, providing counseling and food.
In the days to come, there's going to be a lot of grief. The true strength of our county and I've always said it since day one, is our people.
Officials have not yet publicly shared the names of all of the victims, but say all the families have been notified. This is a close-knit community, and many say they know at least one person killed in the tragedy. For now, they're leaning on each other for support.